Hello, world. How are y'all doing today? So, I got on here to talk about enough is enough. This is for the corrupted government systems, these dark rulers, and all races and all people. We are tired to the corrupted people, to the dark rulers of the world. We are tired of you fucking up the world. We are tired of you taking our babies, using them, misusing them, killing them, molesting them, trafficking them, siphoning their energy, using them as a sacrifice, and all of the other evil, corrupted, demonic things that you do. The same with our family members and people that just walk on the street. We're tired of the mind manipulation, all of the black magic, the spell work, all of the corrupted things that you dark entities do. This world does not belong to you. This world belongs to the people. The people that wake up every day and just want to see a change in the world for a positive outcome. The people that go to work and do their best to feed their families and only just want peace. Maybe some of them want to have a vacation and never had a vacation. Some people who are just hungry and need someone to help them. Those people. We are tired of you bringing this world down. And this is to the government corrupted systems. All of you individuals, all of you dark rulers who use magic and all of the things to people, on people. It's time for the people to take this world back. And we're not just talking about the United States, we're talking about the world. This world should not be corrupted the way it is. And we see, obviously, why it is the way it is because of the rulers. You know, y'all think it's okay for y'all to steal money from businesses, to gain off for other people, to step on other people and steal their gifts and mind manipulate and cause division in the world. Enough is enough. So when God comes knocking on your door, this is your message of why. Because enough is enough. All the getting over on people, overcharging people in these businesses, whatever business that these people go to, these people come to y'all businesses, and this is for the corrupted businesses. These people go to your business and spend their money, their hard-earned money, while y'all get richer and while y'all put things in the food system to keep people asleep, sick, on Social Security, depressed, all of the things. All of the things. Spray shit in the air, all of the things. The radioactivity, the sound waves, all of the things. It is time for the people to take the world back. The people who want to see the world to be better. The people who want that peace and joy and know that their kids are safe. The people who actually want to heal from their traumas. The people who don't want to be a part of the corruption, but have been forced to be a part of the corruption because they feel like they don't have a voice. They feel like nobody has their back because they're living in fear and scared because of your threats, because of your control and your mind manipulation. It is time for the people to stand. It is time for the people to stand. It is time for the people to stand. Y'all gonna have to come out that fear. But I need y'all to prepare yourself. I need y'all to prepare yourself for such a spiritual war that is coming, that is already here. It is already here. It is time to battle. And the only way that you're going to get through this fear and conquer on the other side of it, you need to connect with the Most High God. And I know a lot of y'all have a whole bunch of different religious beliefs, but those religious beliefs have been keeping us divided and keeping us not liking the other religion for the other religion and this and that. You're wrong and this and wrong. And a lot of these people that are over these religions are dark entities. The answer that has always been the answer that has always been true and sustainable. If you did not have a book, a Bible, a Quran, or anything to read about God, or a leader to direct you, what would you have? If you didn't have a book, anything to read, or a leader to direct you, or a preacher, or whomever, or a religious belief that when you grew up, this is what you had to do. If you didn't have any of that, what would you have? If you have not figured out what I'm asking you, you will always have the Most High God. And that is your answer to the question. I need you to tear down your religious beliefs and put it to the side and connect with the Most High God. The same person who you pray to, who you say Allah, and who you say Lord of Lord, and who you say Jesus. I need you to connect to that source. I need you to put your religion and beliefs and books down and connect to the very thing, the very energy, the very source that you pray about, so that you can know the truth, the way, and the light, instead of being in bondage with all of the teachings that you have been taught by others, by leaders, and continue to go down that dark alley of just reading, being directed and ruled by leaders, or grew up in a belief, not being able to think for yourself, having an independent mind, set aside from other people who manipulate your mind into believing a certain way in a certain religion and thinking that all other religions are bad. It's not about religion. It's never have been about religion, but these dark entities of the world focus on that to make you think that's what it's about. And it's not. It's about the relationship that you have with the Most High God. Just like I'm talking to you, you can have a relationship with the Most High God just the way I'm talking to you right now. Just the way you have a best friend, that's what God wants with his children. Set your books, beliefs, religious beliefs aside and connect with the very thing that you pray to. If you call Jesus, then put the book down and connect to Jesus, because Jesus is real. If you say Allah, connect to Allah. Connect to Allah as I'm talking to you. You say Most High God, connect to the Most High God. Actually get to know who the Most High God is. And stop verbatimly reading words in a book and not even knowing who you actually praying to, because you ain't even spend no time with the source. You ain't never spend no time with the very person that you pray to. And as far as race, this is directly to all of the races. Let's start with the Latinos. Latinos, y'all walking around here mad at black people and all this and that. What you're not understanding, it's not about blacks or whites or Indians or any of that. But let's say Latinos to blacks and blacks to Latinos. It's not about that. You are being mind fucked to focus on black people this, black people that, and this white people that. No, you are hurting people, because a lot of y'all come over here into the United States believing a certain thing because this is the United States. The mind manipulation to keep people divided based off of skin color, based off of race and ethnicity. The very thing that they say, oh, equal opportunity, no one's going to be discriminated by the race. They're lying. Those are words. You have to see what people actually do, not reading just words, what they actually do. Is it true or is it not? When you realize that it's not about standing for your race, Because some of y'all like, well, I'm Latino, they're from El Salvador, I'm El Salvadorian, I'm a Mexican, so I'm for the Mexicans, or I'm all for the Latinos, no matter what, because we gotta stand together. What you're not getting, it's not about standing for your race, because some people inside of your race are the very people that's your enemy. The people that say that to you and say be against other races is your actual enemy. You have to look inside the person, regardless of their skin color, if they're good or not. You're looking in the wrong direction. You're looking based off of race. You're looking at based off of how people are treating you because of their skin color, or what you're being fed by social media, by people that's in your actual race, to cause a division between other races. It's not about race. It's about the spirit inside of the vessel. And the reason why y'all been so focused on race is because that is the way the government system that's corrupted, the corrupted people in the government system has it. The mind manipulation. They feed what they want to be fed into the public. They feed what they want to be fed into the public to cause the demise, to cause the upset, to cause the hate. When really and truly, your own race is, some of the people in your own race is the same people that are backstabbing you, that are saying, yeah, fuck those niggers and fuck this and fuck that and all that. We ain't gonna help them. We see, that's all planting seeds. You have to learn to think for yourself. And you have to connect with the Most High God. A lot of y'all are spiritual. And a lot of y'all use Santa Maria to attack others based off of their skin color and do all the things where you are attacking good people. And that's why your look hasn't changed. That's why you haven't been blessed, because God is trying to connect to you and say you're attacking the wrong person or people. You are attacking people because of their race. You're not looking at the individual. You're not looking at the individual person. You're just looking at their skin color. And the very people that's in your community is the enemy. Because the enemy come to steal, kill, destroy, lie, manipulate. He is good. It is good at that. But instead of y'all looking within your community, y'all looking on the outside of your community. You know how people get destroyed? It comes from within. Within, and that means within the community that you roam in. Meaning, if you Latino, there's your enemies within your community. It's the one that's always wanted division. Oh yeah, the blacks this, or yeah, those niggers that we're gonna do this, we're gonna pray, we're gonna do Santa Maria on them, we're gonna do that. These niggas, and y'all all ignorant. No. It is not about skin color. Find the enemy within your culture. Find the enemy. He looks just like you. Your skin color, speaks the same language, sound like he believes in the same belief, but he's causing division. I'm not saying like all blacks, all whites, Latinos, all whatever, Asians. I'm telling you to like the person that carries the light of the Most High God. And stop looking at the skin color. This person has light in them, believe in God, and they happen to be black. This person has light and love the Most High God, and they happen to be Asian. This person loves the Most High God and have light in them, and they happen to be Latino. Not this person is black. This person is Asian. This person is Latino. I don't like them. And you can't even see the light in them because you just stop right there. I don't like them based off of their skin color. We have to evolve and elevate our mind to a better mindset. We have to heal our mind for all of the stuff that has been fed to our mind to believe the division that the corrupted officials and these dark rulers have implanted in our brain. You don't think that I don't see that y'all hurting? You don't think that I don't see that y'all just want equal rights? Y'all want, to be seen and you work hard. You don't think I see that as an individual? I do, but you don't see me. You don't see me. Only thing you see is a black girl, a black lesbian girl who claims to be an earth angel, who claims to be one of the chosen ones of the Most High God. But yet y'all go around and listen to all of these other people who come and spit things in your ears that's nasty and negative about other individuals whom you don't know. Feed y'all this to mistreat people like me, and you haven't even gotten to know me. So now these people have went to y'all businesses and planted a seed about me and other people that are good people, and now y'all want to mistreat us. It's because you do not think for yourself. You are not a leader if you can't think for yourself. You are not an independent thinker if you can't think for yourself. You are not connected to the Most High God's light side if you cannot think for yourself. You want to break the chains off of the family curses that your ancestors have accumulated? Start connected to the Most High God. Stop doing spell work and all the things that you've done to different races because you're mad. Somebody piss you off, you go home and start messing with, your spiritual practices and sending shit out into the universe and cursing people. Reason why you haven't gotten those blessings because you've been cursing the wrong people, baby. And God didn't tell you to do it. And this is why God didn't tell you to do it. God didn't tell you to do it because you ain't connected to the Most High God. Because had you been connected to the Most High God, you would have never did that. You would have known that the reason why you're not blessed is because you've been cursing the wrong people, baby. Break those chains off of your generation. Stop looking at just the race. Stop being all for the Latinos because you're Latino. There are a lot of people that love people. There are a lot of people that love, I hope I say it right. Diaz, what is it? The Day of the Dead. Okay? There are a lot of people who embrace your culture. But do you embrace others? Or do you only just look at that's a black person? See, when you can elevate your mind and go people instead of black, white, Latino, all the things, then you've elevated. I've been a person that was like that. That's why I'm telling you. I've been that girl. I was trapped in this matrix and race this and race that and the black people power. I've come to learn it ain't about black people, baby, because your own black people are the same ones that's attacking you. The same ones who want to kill, steal, rape you, want to traffic you, want to do black magic. So it's not about black people. I am not for black people. I am for good people, regardless of their race, regardless of their white. Because I don't hate white people. I just dislike dark, evil people, regardless of their race, even if they're white. Okay? They happen to, again, they're evil, but they happen to be white, not they're white. And I hate them. Or I dislike them. No. This person's evil that happens to be white. This person is evil that happens to be Latino. This person is evil that happens to be Asian and Indian and so on and so forth, Arabic, whatever. You've been looking at it. We have been looking at this wrong. And until we take a stand, because brothers and sisters, no matter what your race is, if you are standing with the Most High God and you want to see peace on earth, a change, you want your children to be able to go outside and know they're protected, then you are my brother and sister. There is no race in that, baby. We are connected by heart and soul. It is time for us to take a stand and take our world back. It is time for us to be eating healthier from the earth, take care of the earth, the animals. I haven't always been great with, let me tell y'all. And when I say I haven't always been great with animals, I've never abused an animal. But let me take that back. Nope. There was an animal a long time ago that I could not stand this animal to be in the bed with me and my exes because I was being mind manipulated. And I'm not making an excuse because I'm going to take my accountability. And I used to push this dog out, get out the way, move, move. And I felt bad about that. Because all that dog wanted was love. But at the time, I was young, not making it as an excuse. I was young, but I was young. And I was dumb. And I didn't realize that the dog just wanted to be in between me and my ex. And I needed love from my ex. And that's how I felt. And then there was a cat that I had that I ended up giving to my ex because the cat pooped on the floor all the time. And I was like, I don't want a dog. I don't want a dog. So I was just like, I don't want this cat. And I'm not gonna lie, at one point I was trying to bring the cat to what do you call it, like the shelter. And I had just got so fed up with the cat because I was in the process of moving. And I was moving from the apartment that I was living in with my ex-wife, one of my ex-wives. And she was, I don't know if she was there at the time. I don't remember. But I was willing to almost put the cage in front of the door so she can get the cat because she said she wanted him. And, you know, God told me where she went around to make me look like this horrible person because of me not wanting the cat. And I'm not going to get into the things about her and animals. We're going to leave that alone. But anyway, I just did not want a cat that pooped on the floor. So I take accountability for my lack thereof, and I feel in a sense of mistreating an animal, you know, because I didn't want the cat no more. I didn't want the dog to be in between me and my ex. And then I did spank a dog because she bit me because I was trying to help her with her babies. I didn't understand. That was when I was in my 20s. I didn't understand the whole process because I used to look at TV and I'm thinking, well, because I'm her mommy and I'm good mommy, because this is when I had started learning better. I'm her mommy and, you know, she gonna let me touch her babies. And I was trying to clean her up because she had all this stuff all over the couch. I didn't know no better. And I've already paid my dues to the Most High God for that. I paid my dues for that. And I've even seen my animal that I used to push out the bed in between my ex in the spirit because she ended up passing away long, you know, she lived for long enough. We had left her with a groomers to go on a vacation, and she ended up getting, I think it was called Pavo. I think that's what it was called. And we thought we had got all her shots, and she ended up passing away. And I can remember her looking at me like I didn't treat her right. And I have I paid my debt for that. And y'all gonna think this crazy, but let me tell y'all. I've paid my debt with my animals, the things that I've done. And some of y'all might be like, that's abusive that you pushed your animal out the bed. I mean, it could be to some people that love animals, you know, however you look at it. But I feel bad about it. Whether you think it's bad or not or good or whatever, or it's not a big deal, I feel bad about it. You know, as far as my cat and I'm going to go back to some stuff. My cat that my ex ended up taking, and God told me she, you know, talked about me like a dog behind my back because, you know, me and her wasn't together. People do that when they hurt. God told me it's okay that I don't want a cat that pooped on the floor. That was okay. Don't let nobody make me feel bad about, you know, because I didn't want a cat that started having behavior. Because this cat was, when I didn't get the cat, she got the cat for me. The cat was already 8 years old, grown. And she got it for me. And I didn't understand why these white people that looked like they had a lot of money because we went to pick the animal up, you know, was getting rid of this cat after this cat was 8 years old, and the cat was huge. And I just like kept feeling like something's got to be up with him. Why would these white people give? And when I say white, it's not about race, but at the time, this was my mindset. White people got money. White people, they can take care of their animals. That's my mindset at the time. And I just like, it just seemed weird to me. And I found out it's because he liked to overeat. And when he doesn't get a whole bunch of food, because he was big like the size of a dog. I never seen a cat so big. When they pulled the cat, I was like, whoa. And he had behavior issues. If he didn't get a lot of food, he'll start shitting all over your floor. God told me don't feel bad about that. Okay. Now, what God did chastise me on, just the idea of wanting to leave him in front of the door where, she was still living there. I was literally moving out the home. We were, moving our stuff around. Like literally, I still had the key to no, I didn't have the key at the time. I didn't have the key to the door at the time. So I had given her the key because she was still there. Just the thought of me wanting to do that, God chastised me about it. Like, I didn't do it, but the thought of me wanting to leave the cat outside the front door because I knew she was coming back, God chastised me about it. But God said it's okay that I understood that cats is what I liked because they use a cat litter box. And this cat became like doing dog stuff. And that's not, I didn't want a dog. God said that's okay. But what you do about it is the issue. And God chastised me about that. And I love animals. That's the weird thing. I love animals, but it was a learning process for me because of my behaviors and the way my mindset was. So I grew from that. And I don't even know how I got from the race to this, but it's a reason because I done got lost in the sauce as I'm talking. And then y'all know about my last animal. I love Tutu. I best animal I ever had. I was good to Tutu. I had learned all of my lessons. Tutu started aggravating me in the end. And I didn't realize it's because I had been doing somebody had been doing so much black magic on me, changing my mood. Like I couldn't deal with her. And I didn't understand because there was so much spell work being put on me. Tutu was waking me up like every other 20 minutes. And I just and she was acting like she was bored and all the things. And she was showing me she was bored. And again, me and Tutu had a whole conversation. I asked if she wanted the family. At first, in the beginning, she didn't. And as it went along, I could understand why she wanted somebody different because was always in the house with the gang stalking and all of that. And what God was trying to show me is that she was constantly waking me up because people were sending spell words to me. She saw energies in my home. And she was trying to protect me from them. But I couldn't see that. I kind of had got an inkling of it, but I couldn't see it because I was being attacked so much, like on a regular. So I was irritable and I just was like, she not happy. I'm not happy. I can't sleep. She trying to, get my attention. And again, like I said, I had an inkling of it could have been spirits. And I was just like, what do you see? What do you see? And she wouldn't say nothing. But when I told her that she won't ever see me again, she put her hand on me like a human being. Like, are you okay? And when I sent her to the babysitter for the first time to see how she would be with other people and made sure I was clearly understanding that she wanted to leave me. And when she came back in the house and she did this thing like, what am I here for? What am I back here for? I said, okay, you ready to go. You ready to go. So I treated Miss Tutu lovely, though. I was proud of myself because I had Tutu for 7 years. I miss my baby. I do. And I think about her. But I push it down because it is what it is. I just hope she's happy and I hope she has a loving, beautiful family that can get her, because she's a little weird like me. We connected on that level. She's definitely a magical torty cat, but I just couldn't give her anything more, and I didn't want her like out here homeless with me. Y'all know I was homeless. Like that would have this like the second time she was homeless with me, and she didn't deserve that. So I had to make the right decision for her and me. But I can say I was proud, of learning the lessons and loving my animal truly. And it wasn't that I didn't love the other ones. It's just that I had behaviors and a mindset that needed to be corrected, and God corrected them. Um, and I hope that in my readings, when it come up as, a cat's been sacrificed, I pray that it ain't Tutu. But if it is, I know that she's in the spirit realm looking over me, and I can be proud to say that I was a good mommy. But I was like, I'm never getting animals again, but I miss her. But I hope she happy. I pray she happy. Now, this is the crazy thing. So, spirit is transferable. So one day when I was with my ex, I just had like this inkling that Tutu and my ex's dog was my ex animals. Meaning my first animal was a bird that I tried to help and put inside the window. I was about maybe 7 years old, trying to help this bird that was wing was something was wrong with the wing. And so I was like, it needs to breathe. So I put it inside in between the window and the screen, thinking it needs air. Ended up dying. I was 7. I didn't know. My mom, I guess she didn't know either, because I didn't know. I was only 7. And then there was this cat I called Michelle. She was black and white. And again, when you're a child, you're not taught anything. You learn the hard way. So I got this stray cat. This cat scratched the shit out of me. So I was trying to calm it down. So I put it like in a trash can and like kind of covered it up a little bit so it can calm down. And it calmed down. And then I got it out the trash can. And I started holding him like, see, I love you. Like, trying to, didn't understand, like, how do you show an animal you like it? And ended up being my cat. Literally, my mom was so pissed off because the cat, I didn't understand that no one helped me. So you got to understand, a 7-year-old just liking something and want to love it, but don't get all of the logistics of everything. And even as an adult, like, I experienced stuff straight on the first time. I might not understand it, and then I walk into it, then I get to understand it, because no one helps me. I am self-made. God is the one who's raised me, like, who's chastised me and taught me things. So I used to be in the bed with the cat with fleas. I used to be scratching, didn't understand. No one's told me about what a flea is. Like, gotta wash the cat. None of that. My mama used to just be like, you got that cat all in the bed and they got fleas. And I'm like, what's a flea? So that was my baby. That was the first cat, first animal that we connected. I mean, I had to go through hell. I got scratched up and all of that, to get her to see I wasn't trying to hurt her. And I used to look so forward to coming home to seeing my cat every day. And because I, put her back outside so she can walk the streets and stuff like that. And she know I loved her. And then one day I came home and I saw blood on the ground. And my brother ended up telling me the truth, because nobody told me the truth. And I kept on, Michelle, no, Michelle. And so my brother said, Uncle, your uncle, our uncle, he ran over. They didn't want to tell you. He ran over your cat. I was so hurt. So for many years, every black and white cat I saw, I used to think about Michelle. Now here's the kicker. And this has been like maybe within 2 years And even the last time I saw my ex and her dog, she has a poodle. I started calling Tutu Michelle because I had this inkling in my spirit that the spirit of Michelle was in Tutu, and the dog that passed away that I used to push out the bed that was named Smooches was in my ex's dog. And I was like, let me just try. So I was like, I called Tutu. I said, Michelle. And she turned around. I could have floored the floor. I could, because Tutu don't answer to nothing but Tutu. And so I looked at her dog because I just felt like their spirit was with me. And I was like, let me just try. So I called my ex's dog Smooches. I said, and you can't get him to answer to nothing but his name that she gave him and the nickname I gave him. Okay, that's it. I call him Smooches. Now, Smooches is a girl, he's a boy. And he turned around and jumped up to me and licked me. I could have passed out. But that was my confirmation that I was forgiven and that they were with me. And they saw my growth. They saw that I changed. They saw that I got better. And I'm grateful for those moments and experiences that I learned my lesson. I don't know how I got on it. Oh, God said because you were talking about treating the animals good. Look at you, Most High God. So you wanted me to talk about that. Okay. No one's perfect, y'all. Okay? God's not looking for perfect. But God is looking for a change. God is looking for you to do better. And mistreating animals, any kind of animals, it's a no-no. I know we get stressed out. I know we get irritated. Some of us don't know any better, but we must do better. You know, slaughtering of the animals when the animals are supposed to be loved and taken care of. You know, cows. You know, y'all, we slaughtering cows to eat. As if we don't have meat, we not going to survive. That's not true. There are ways to make sure that you get protein, enough protein in your body. There are ways that you can use vegetables to create meat. Like, meaning like it tastes like meat. Yeah, you may have to use like, what is it called, Lord? Flavor. Thank you. It was just that simple, huh? A flavor to get that essence of the meat taste, right? But the new world is going to be about us taking care of each other as a whole, and each other is everything: the earth, the trees, the flowers, the birds, the bees, the cows, the horses, all of those things. It's not going to be about slaughtering animals. It's not going to be about, cooking animals and killing animals and all of the things, abusing animals. If you're abusing an animal, you need healing. Or you need to let that animal go to someone who will care for it. Okay? No one's calling you a bad person, because I know a lot of people do like to call people bad, people that do things like that. You're not a bad person if you don't know no better. You're not a bad person if you've done it, but you really realize that you was in a bad mood and the animal didn't deserve it, right? What I'm saying is get the help you need to have less stress, to, not deal with the animal when you're irritated, but not feeding the animal, taking care of the animal. If you have a dog, walking the animal, You know, if you can't afford an animal, all those things. Sometimes we have so much love to give an animal, but we can't afford the animal. It's still a form of abuse because that animal is dependent on you. And sometimes love is not enough when an animal is hungry. And you may be hungry because you don't have food. There are too many pantries out here for you to go get food from. And if you didn't have dog food, you know, there are places that give you free dog food. And hell, when it get that rough, shit, give them some of the human food. Like if you know your animal hungry, like it could be a canned good. Look and see if it can have beans. You know, give it beans. You know, if you just love your animal but you can't afford it, but make sure that your animal is fed. Make sure your animal is taken care of, you know, washed. You know, if you can't afford to get shots, there are places that do free shots. And some of y'all understand, I hear this energy of, well, I'm disabled and I can't get to and from where I need, you know, to be. And I don't want them to take them away from me. Well, if there's not a service, I don't know if there's a service that will come out and vaccinate your, you know, animals and stuff like that, being that you can't get around. But it's like if your animal is suffering just as much as you are suffering, are you really helping it? I hear people saying, well, I don't, you know, euthanize animals. I don't want my animal to be euthanized. No one wants their animal to be euthanized, and I wouldn't want an animal to be euthanized. So I would say reach out to community resources to try to get that help. But if your animal is suffering and they're dying, you understand what I'm saying? They're suffering and they're dying. Are you helping them? Sometimes we have to break our pride and realize that sometimes we can't take care of our animal. Or, you know, maybe our mental state is not okay. We're not in the proper mental state of mind, or some people like me, you know, people attack me spiritually all the time to try to mess with my mind, to try to make me angry, all the things, you know. And I honestly felt like Tutu was just had enough of it because I was constantly on the spiritual tag. You know, I've been homeless back and forth. You know, and I remember God telling me to ask Tutu before we moved from my ex. Well, me and my ex were living together. Did she want a new family? And she didn't do it. She didn't want it at the time, but I felt in me eventually she's gonna want a new family because I'm like, my life ain't easy, Tutu. And you gotta be a strong animal to go through this ups and downs, baby. You gonna have to be like, understand it. You know, but I think she got tired. I really think she got tired because again, she showed me with everything in her that she wanted a new family. It wasn't that she wasn't getting love because she was getting too much love, girl and boy. Too much love. Okay? Always fed, baby. Honey, she had the automatic feeder. That damn machine would always break though, or not work. The one that cleansed the poop. I was like, what did I spending this money for? You ain't working, you know. She was always free. She could walk in the apartment any way she wanted, sleep with me, all of that, you know. And I guess she just got bored. Love sometimes is not enough because sometimes animals just get bored. I feel like she wanted to be out there in the world and experience and all the things, you know. And I didn't have the money to be like, you know, let's go get you a playmate because I didn't want no two animals. I'm like, girl, I'm spiritually barely connecting with you because I'm being so spiritually attacked, you know. So what I'm saying is we have to heal the world, and healing the world is more than just humans. It's about keeping the earth clean and beautiful and appreciating, you know, Mother Gaia, you know, appreciating that Mother Gaia does provide. Being mindful of the sun that beams on our face, thanking the Most High God for the sun, thanking the Most High God for the rain to nourish the ground, to grow props. Am I saying it right? Yes. You know, food, flowers, you know. Then animals serve a great purpose because, I mean, even bees, you know, help flowers. The trees give us oxygen, you know. Um, I mean, cows do give milk, but we don't have to have that type of milk. We can use like almonds to get milk. There are other ways that we can get calcium, you know. And I don't even think that almonds though provide calcium. But that's something that in time I'm quite sure that the Most High God will teach us what we need in our body and how to um, be resourceful and manage any health issues that we have, because I know Most High God has healed me from things that I would have still have had till this day. Like I'm literally a walking miracle. I'm literally, and before I learned about spell work, I didn't know that because I was almost 100% disabled at one point in my life, because I was in and out the hospital, in and out the doctor's office, I don't know, on all kind of medications. I didn't know that, you know, family members and shit was trying to kill me spiritually. So I didn't even know who I was. They knew. I had all these health issues, you know, mind manipulation, mind control. You know, sometimes they be talking about, do you hear voices? Man, that be their ass, bro. It be him. You know, this world want you to think that a lot of times that the mental health you have is because of what you've been through. And yes, that stuff is very triggering. But also a lot of time it's mind manipulation. We're in a spiritual war. It's these rulers, these dark leaders of the world that send their voice. Literally, they can, you know, telepathically say, kill yourself. You're nothing. Jump in front of a car. And then when you go to the doctor, they be like, do you hear voices? Wonder why you ask that. Why you ask that? Because you know the truth. Oh, you're schizophrenia. You're bipolar. You hear voices. And what do the voices tell you? You know, and it's so sad because where people are supposed to help, they're just continue to hurt. Put you on medications that numb y'all. That's why I like when y'all hear people who have mental health issues and they be like, I don't want to be on the medication because I feel like a zombie and numb. It's because they want you to feel like a zombie and numb. Because they don't want you to break out of this matrix mindset to realize that all the fuckery has been fuckery over your life. What you think is mental health issues, what you think is all of the things is really mind control. You know, like the MK Ultra. You know, and all these other different programs that they do to people, human beings, to cause mental health, when it's really spiritual work. It's really, you know, spell work. You know, people be like, oh, my hair is falling out. What's wrong with me? It's because somebody using a damn voodoo doll on you to cause your hair to come out. They want to fucking make you crazy, so crazy that you will never come back from it. So crazy that you think that you need to be institutionalized. When you do that, you are walking right into what they want you to be and what they want, how they want you to be. They want you to go up in the hospitals and these psychiatrists and tell them, oh, yes, I want to kill myself. And yeah, I cut myself. The cuts is because these people are fucking with your mind to make you cut yourself, to make you feel unloved. They're keeping you in a state of mind of a low energy so that you can eventually take your own self out. This is what these fucking dark entities do. This is what they do. They're using you as a sacrifice to gain more energy and power over you and others. Once you get the knowledge, you got to read the knowledge. You got to go within. You got to speak to the Most High God about the knowledge so it can grow. But when you go to these doctors who believe in that, and yeah, some of them are, you know, being mind manipulated and controlled too, to think that what they're doing is you know, justifiable because we're helping people with their mental health and we're giving them medication and all this and this and that, because they believe in that, because they've also been what? Mind controlled. You know, in the moment you say, you hear something, you hear voices, you hear this and hear that, they automatically gonna say you got some type of mental health issue. And they want to silence. They want to silence you. So when you hear the negativity and about, kill yourself, take you out, understand that that's the devil. Understand that's the dark rulers of the world. Because when you hear the Most High God, you're going to hear you are a winner. You are worth it. You are amazing. You are wonderfully and beautifully created. You are special. You were created for such a time as this. You are divine. You are strong. You are protected. You are, my God, all of the beautiful things that I created. You have to remember who the Most High God, light side, is. Came to give you life and life more abundantly. Set you free. The truth, the way, and the light. And the enemy came to kill, steal, destroy, lie, manipulate, keep you in bondage, keep your mind wrapped in bondage, keep you believing all the things that you thought was true, that is not. But the Most High God is doing a works in the world, and you will see a lot of these people, these enemies, fall. You will see them fall. It is time for them to go. It is time for their punishment. It is time for their judgment. Who do you want to be in the world? I need you to ask yourself that now. How do you want to show up? Do you want to continue to believe in the bullshit that you believe in, separating, dividing the races? Do you want to continue to listen to people within your community, your culture, just because they're the same race? Or do you want to find out the truth? Do you want to see that it's about people that have goodness in them, regardless of their race? Or do you want to continue to be ignorant and mad at all these different races and continue the very mindset that was created for you to believe, to keep the division, to keep the hatred? Do you want to continue to mistreat and misuse animals? Or do you want to learn from your behaviors and be better and learn how to love them? Do you want to continue to be entrapped in your mind and your mindset and thinking that you're schizophrenic, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that? Or do you want to talk to the Most High God and find out the truth? Now, I can't say that some of y'all are not now mentally ill because you've fallen into that belief system and now you really need medication. Because a lot of y'all have been tormented so long that it truly has caused mental health issues because you didn't set yourself free, you didn't know the Most High God, or you didn't answer to the calling when God was trying to say, hey, that's not it. Let me free you. Let me heal you. Let me bless you. Let me cover you. Let me show you the truth. People, beautiful people in the world. It's time to take our world back. This world's for the people, not the corrupted government officials that rule this world with all of the darkness that has been in the earth for God knows how long. It's time for light to be shined in the world, for us to live in peace and harmony and power. I love y'all, beautiful people. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you hear me, feel me, see me, and get this message. May this message go forth. May it be understood. May nothing block this message. Anyone who tries to block this message, may God deal with them in the most severe way, because this is a message from God, the Most High God. May it touch somebody. May it open up somebody's mind, ears, body, soul. May it awaken someone to the truth. In Jesus' name, amen. I love y'all. Bye.